I know most insurance agents do not want to talk about Social Security. You're not really well versed in it, but your clients assume you are because they're sister programs. And if you know about Medicare, you must know about Social Security, and you're the only real life person they're talking to, typically when they're getting ready for retirement. And so they want to ask you. And they see all this clickbait, all these misleading social media posts talking about how the Social Security Administration has raised the age of full retirement to age 67. So they extrapolate that to think, oh, Medicare doesn't start till 67 and all the other things that they're trying to figure out. That is sad because those ads are wrong. They're wrong. And they're at minimum, they're misleading. So the age of full retirement, it was changed, but it was changed 40 years ago under President Reagan. And it was changed on a stepped up schedule from 65 to 67 incrementally over 11 and a half years. So if you were born in 1960, you are the first group that your full retirement age is 67. That is the maximum. There is no full retirement age that is higher than 67. Yeah, you hear a lot about 70, and every time there's an election, they talk about raising it to 70, and they blame each other for wanting to raise it to 70. And the truth is, it's not a secret that both parties want to raise the full retirement age to 70 as one of the long-term solutions for the fiscal gap. It's political dynamite. It's unlikely it's going to happen. It could happen, but it's not likely to happen. So what you need to know is that people that are seeing the social media posts are like, what happened? What happened? They think the new administration raised the Social Security full retirement age to 67. No, they haven't touched it. It was raised. It's based on the year that you were born. So this is the first year, 2026, where people are eligible for Social Security that were born in 1960. So that's why you're seeing it's an old rule that's getting a lot of life because it will get people to click on it, and it will get people confused, and it will get people scammed. So it is important that you understand a little bit about how Social Security eligibility works. You had to have worked and paid into the system. Same thing with Medicare. You had to have worked and paid in at least 10 years, which accrued 40 quarters that did not have to be consecutive. You can qualify off your own work record, or you could qualify off of a spouse, as long as you're married at least 1 year, or off of a former spouse, as long as you were married at least 10 years. A lot of people with Social Security are eligible for several different benefits. They're eligible on their own benefit, maybe on a deceased spouse, and maybe on an ex-spouse or a current spouse. They're eligible for many different benefits. You will always only draw one benefit. So with Social Security, your full retirement age matters. That's the age that you will get the full amount based on your highest 35 years of earnings. They don't have to be consecutive. Everyone can set up a free account at socialsecurity.gov. This is something you should be helping your clients explain that they should go do that. Your clients that are getting ready to go on Social Security, they haven't got on it yet. A lot of times you have the husband's typically older, and you have him, and he hasn't drawn yet. He's going to try to max it out by waiting till 70, and they're both trying to figure this out. You don't want to get too deep in the weeds since you're not an expert in Social Security, but you should have a basic understanding and be able to answer their basic questions, which is direct them to socialsecurity.gov to set up that account, to look at their earnings, to see if there's any obvious errors, to work directly with the Social Security Administration to get those fixed now before they want to draw. Because as you can imagine, that is not a fast process. When they go in there, they'll be able to see different calculators and give them an idea how much they draw at age 62, which would be a reduced amount. Instead of getting 100%, 100% is what you draw at your full retirement age. They would draw 70% if they draw at the earliest possible time, which is 62. They also can delay past their full retirement age. Up to age 70, there's no benefit in delaying past that. And for every year that they delay past their full retirement age, they get a guaranteed return, a nice little carrot the government dangles out to incentivize them not to draw. They get an 8% guaranteed return. So a lot of people will delay all the way up to age 70. So you can draw between 62 and 70, and that's the basic information that you should be able to understand. Your full retirement age based on the year you were born, and then everybody can draw early, and everybody has the opportunity to draw late. Now, of course, there's a lot more to it than this, which is why I wrote the book, Medicare Mama's Guide to Medicare and Social Security Retirement. I can help you as an agent learn more of the fundamentals if you want to be able to be more of a resource for your client. Of course, there's a lot of information on the website. If it was easy to read, people wouldn't have questions for you, but it is there if you want to dig through it. And a lot of agents, they just want to know for their own, right? They want to know for their own retirement. It is a little bit more confusing with agent renewal commissions being passive income, and I'm not going to go into the earned income limit in this video, but the earned income limit is something that you need to know just for your own benefit. If you're an insurance agent that wants to draw Social Security earlier than your full retirement age, and you want to continue to sell insurance. So you need to understand the earned income limit, how that works, and how you would break down your active new first-year commissions, which would count against your earned income, and subtract out your renewal commissions, which the carriers don't make that easy for you because they do not count against the earned income limit. Again, the earned income limit only comes into play where they limit how much you can earn and draw your Social Security if you draw Social Security prior to your full retirement age. So you got to know when your full retirement age is. And again, if you're born in 1960 or thereafter, it is 67. Leveling out 67 for everybody soon. It'll just be 67. If you have more questions, ask me in the comments below. You can find my book on Amazon. You can talk to your marketer at Gord Marketing. If you don't follow us, Rebecca and I would appreciate it if you would follow our channel. We're one of the oldest. We are the biggest channel on Medicare insurance. And thank you for watching.